there is a big debate now about what goes on X and whether we should be doing more regulating of the internet. What's your view?
I don't agree with any kind of censorship in a general sense.
Fascinating.
I don't think Elon Musk is contributing to any social cohesion split inside this country.
This billionaire is prepared to go to court fighting for the right to sow division.
I think our media, our mainstream media, is doing enough of that.
It shows how arrogant this bloke is. That's what it shows.
I think our politicians do enough of that.
The question that Australians will be asked at this year's referendum is a very simple one.
When you talk about people being able to have different perspectives and different points of views, and it's okay to have that, and yet we don't see that in politics ever.
The Act, which came into effect in January 2022, gives eSafety the power to take down harmful content.
We don't see it in mainstream media. We see this absolute divide to the point where people are starting to think that when they read in the newspaper that it's unsafe for women to walk down the street in this country, people start believing it.
Yeah, I think you've had your say.
When we read reports that women are too afraid to walk down the street, I know lots of women that are not too afraid to walk down the street. I know there's a lot of men who have our backs. You know, that is the society we live in.
But there's more.
We look at the people that tried to rush forward at Bondi. You know, the guy that stood at the top of the escalator.
Bollard man.
Yeah, exactly.
As he's known.
You know, we don't live in a society where we all turn a blind eye. It does get me really angry when I see that our society is reported as having all of these major fault lines.
We need to acknowledge that we need to change behaviour, we need to change attitudes, we need to change culture.
But there's still more.
Of course there are fault lines everywhere, but there's only one way that you can stop those fault lines from getting even bigger, and that is to have the ability to have the town square, to hear different points of view, and people will choose for themselves. The public is not stupid.
So if they fail to remove the content, then we can go to the search engines such as Google or Bing to really minimize the amount of content the Australians can see.
You stupid woman! But I know you want more.
And unfortunately, I think we've been fed, you know, this side or that side in the mainstream media for so long. People are giving up on mainstream media. That's why they're tuning out.
Welcome to Four Corners. Tonight, we begin our special three-part investigation into the story of the century.
Shut up, silly woman.
That's why they're going to YouTube. You ask many of the young people, they're getting their information from social media because of that, because we have let them down.
But wait, there's more.
Was it a reasonable efforts by X to block that particular video by geo-blocking it? That's the question.
Why would you block that?
It's geo-blocked.
But have you watched the 7 p.m. news every night? And we see what's happening in Israel and Gaza? Seriously? We're not blocking that, are we? How horrendous is that?
Okay. All right. Let's just... Okay, so you think there's a double standard?
There's a double standard. You know, this is the stuff, and if we don't see it and we don't understand what's happening in our world, how do we ask the right questions in order to fix it?
Happy Safer Internet Day.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
There's a double standard.
Peter Dutton.